Breaking: Bayelsa Deputy Governor Lawrence Ewhrudjakpo allegedly slumps and dies in office. Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to Gist Angle, your hub for hot gist and verified news updates. Today's report is a heartbreaking one coming out of Bayelsa State, where a sudden tragedy has shaken the entire nation. The state's deputy governor, Senator Lawrence Ewhrudjakpo, has been confirmed dead allegedly after collapsing in his office. Details are still emerging, but here is what we know so far. Bayelsa State has been thrown into confusion and anxiety following unconfirmed reports that its deputy governor, Senator Lawrence Ewhrudjakpo, has allegedly died after collapsing in his office on Thursday. According to early accounts circulating among government insiders and media contacts, the deputy governor reportedly slumped around midday while attending to official duties at the Bayelsa Government House in Yenagoa. He was allegedly rushed to the Federal Medical Center Yenagoa, where attempts were made to revive him. Several reports claim he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival, though these details have not yet been officially confirmed by the state government. The story has gained traction after being shared by multiple political commentators and media aides, including individuals close to political circles in Abuja. However, no formal announcement has come out from the Bayelsa State Government. For now, this remains a developing story, and viewers are advised to stay tuned for verified information once the state government releases its official statement. Now, my people, let's talk about this. How do you see this news? You know, when stories like this break, stories about leaders allegedly collapsing or losing their lives, it shakes people deeply. Not just because of the political importance, but because it reminds us how fragile life is. And right now, that's exactly how many people in Bayelsa and across Nigeria are feeling: shocked, confused, and honestly a little worried. Think about it. This is a deputy governor, somebody who walked into his office that morning like every other day, handling official duties, meeting people, signing documents, making decisions. And then suddenly, something changes in one moment, and the entire state is thrown into uncertainty. It reminds all of us that positions, titles, power, none of them protect anyone from human vulnerability. One thing that stands out in stories like this is how fragile our health systems and emergency responses are. If a high-ranking official can allegedly slump inside government premises and still not make it, what does that say about the speed and quality of emergency intervention available to the ordinary citizen? It's a serious question we shouldn't ignore. And let's talk about the emotional part for people in Bayelsa. Whether you support the government or not, the deputy governor is a familiar figure. People have watched him speak, make decisions, attend events. He is part of the political landscape. So hearing such news, even without confirmation, naturally creates tension. Some people are scared, some are angry that there is no official statement yet, and others are simply waiting, praying it isn't true. Now, politically, moments like this test the strength of a state leadership. If it turns out to be true, there will be questions about succession, about stability, and about how the governor moves forward. These are not small matters. Bayelsa is already dealing with economic pressures, security concerns, and political divisions, so losing a top leader would add to that pressure. Beyond politics, there's also something very human happening here. This story reminds us that public office in Nigeria is exhausting. The workload is extreme, the expectations are heavy, and the stress is constant. Many leaders carry pressures we don't see: the long nights, the travel, the demands, the criticisms. Sometimes the body simply gives up, and it happens quietly in a moment nobody expects. And the silence from Bayelsa State Government right now is creating worry, because when the public hears something this serious, they naturally expect fast communication. Even if the government says, "We are still checking," hold on, that alone calms people. But this silence has left a vacuum, And you know how Nigeria works. When there is a vacuum, rumors start growing like wildfire. But let me say this clearly. Until the Bayelsa government speaks, we must treat everything as unverified. Yes, the reports are everywhere, but responsibility demands caution. Still, if this is true, then Bayelsa is waking up to a new reality, one that will carry emotional weight, political adjustments, and public conversations about leadership, health, and safety. One thing I truly hope is that this moment pushes Nigeria to talk seriously about workplace stress among government officials. We often see leaders as untouchable, almost superhuman, but they are not. They get tired, they fall sick, they break down, and sometimes they don't survive it. So, as we wait for official confirmation, we stand between two emotions: hope that it's not true, and preparedness in case it is. And honestly, this is one of those moments where the entire country pauses, takes a breath, and realizes how quickly life can turn. Whatever the truth is, it will come out soon. And when it does, it will shape the next steps for Bayelsa, politically and emotionally.
It's just Angle.